Hello and welcome back to Josh Oddie YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about the main differences between an amateur and a tour pro. Now recently I've been lucky enough to spend some time with my good friend Brandon Robinson-Thompson. Recently he's been playing on the DP World Tour and on Challenge. He's currently 15th in the ranking for Challenge Tour. Top 20 get their card for next year, so fingers crossed for him to have a strong finish to the season, and you know, I've got no doubt that he'll be on DP World Tour next season. So you know, being around Brandon, and then last couple of weeks I've been away with him. I went to Madrid, caddied for him in the Spanish Open, and I was really, you know, lucky enough to spend a lot of time around the top golf pros in the world. You know, talked to some of them. We played a practice round with Tommy Fleetwood, which was just unbelievable. You know, to talk to, he's one of the world's best. You know, I think he's ranked 12th in the world. So, you know, to go and play, for Brandon to go and play, and then for me to caddy for Brandon, you know, with a guy like Tommy, it was just great to see the differences between, you know, for Brandon's 220th in the world. He's not too far behind, but for someone like myself, what are the differences with these boys that, you know, make them so good? Okay, so the first difference between the tour pros, the elite boys, and yourselves at home is going to be equipment, straight off the rip. Their equipment, I cannot tell you how good their equipment is. It is next level. Any problem with their equipment, any slight tweak, the trucks are there Monday to Wednesday, I believe. So any problems with their equipment, they've got 3 days to essentially just work on getting this bag dialed in. Now, they have got no limit to what they use. Unless they're in contract with 14 Club, but then even still, the manufacturer say they're with Titleist. Titleist will be able to build something that works for that player. So, you know, they have the best of the best equipment. These heads that are on the truck aren't like the ones you're buying in the shop. The heads are thinner, hotter, you know, everything's just perfectly measured. Stuff that you get from the shops online are just literally factory built and sent out. Yes, there is probably still, you know, gonna be times where this equipment's okay, but you know, there's gonna be times where that equipment is 2 or 3 degrees out. So you know, loft and line machine, we've got one here. That's why something like that is just so good to use, because you can actually just check your equipment to see if the lofts and the lies are as to what they say they are on the packet. You know, you could receive your clubs, and I've seen people with 56 degrees that are actually 53 degrees, and you're like, why is that 53 going as far as my gap wedge? Well, it's 53 degrees, you know, it's not a 56. It says that on the top, but it's not. So yeah, first thing is going to be equipment. Their equipment is perfect. Any problems, they go straight onto the truck, sort it out. You know, within 10 minutes they'll have a new club waiting for them. So yeah, first thing is going to be equipment. I'm very fortunate with mine that I keep it all checked. I check most of my irons and loft and lies myself, but you know, these Avodas especially, Tom speaks very highly about the way these are built, and yeah, he builds all sets to hand. They're made to perfection, and that's why I think so many people get on with these Avodas. I'll leave my link below, and if you guys want a cheeky discount code, send me a DM on Instagram at JoshOddie59, and I'll be sure to pin that across to you. But yeah, he prides himself on the way that these are built and the loft and lies. So yeah, first thing is going to be equipment. Let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so the next thing is going to be probably quite an obvious one. The wedges. Oh, these boys with the wedges. Wow. When they get a wedge in their hand, trust me, it's going close. I think that's purely down to the amount of time that they spend grinding on the range, just hitting number after number after number. They've all got a launch monitor, pretty much. I'd say 99.9% of tour pros have a launch monitor. I've got a GC3, which you see quite a lot out there. You see GC3s, you see GC quads. Very simple and easy launch monitor just to plop down, get some numbers off. A lot of the players also do use a TrackMan. That's the orange device, the box that goes behind you and also gives you a good reading. So yeah, these boys week in, week out will play in different altitudes, and they'll simply just go on the driving range and hit different wedge shots and get their numbers week to week. So, oh, that weren't bad, was it? One stop, spin. Yeah, so these boys really do, week in, week out, they just grind on their long game and short game, getting their numbers absolutely spot on. So, you know, a massive key to their success is their wedge play. Whenever they're out of position, they'll knock it to their favourite yardage, or just simply give themselves a wedge in their hand. And they're 9 times out of 10 gonna probably stick it quite close, giving themselves a chance to make the par from an errant tee shot. So to follow on from that, same kind of thing about distance control is their iron play. Their ability to hit different shots to any required, you know, shot that's in front of them. They literally have every shot in the locker. So I've got 138 here and I've got a 9 iron, and this would be maybe, you know, we've got no wind in here, but I'm going to hit like a knockdown 9 iron that goes lower. That might be my low flighted shot to a 138 flag. So it's slightly lower, chasing out, maybe something that you'd play into the breeze. Then you're going to have something like maybe move the pin up 5. So you got a 150 shot now, and we've got the same club, but we're going to go full swing, front foot, nice and high. So then all of a sudden now we've got like a high shot there. We've got different shots that we can play to any certain required shot, and I mean this every way, into the breeze, downwind, and then if the wind is like off of the right, they might be someone that then goes, all right, I'll hold one up, I'll hit a little fade. And they really, really do have all of these options, and no matter what's in front of them, they've got a shot for that. Okay, and the final piece to the puzzle to being a DP World Tour player or PGA Tour player is the Fairway Finder. Now, these boys know how to get it in play. A lot of them are carrying like a 5 wood, a nice, you know, I see a lot of people with the mini drivers now. The mini drivers, you got the long utility irons. These clubs are just simply made to get it in play. When you've got a tight fairway up in front of you, these boys will just pull out that club and just thread one. Straight that. Hold on. Okay, catch the fairway. A little bit of a loose one there, boys. That was a dreadful swing. I haven't had a warm-up, so give me a chance, boys. Come on, give me a chance. But yes, they do know how to find a fairway, and they've got the club for that. Oh God, I just literally can't find the club face. They're in play though. Do you know what I mean? They're in play. And I think that is the key to what they do. And even when they pull the big dog, and even when they pull out the big dog, they've got a shot to get them in play. I see a lot of them using the low T-peg. And they almost feel like they kind of stay on top of the ball. They won't kind of come up and out. So the one that's up and out would probably be that higher bomb shot. And then the one that you kind of like cover, stay on top, will just be that low fairway finder that you see all the time. And there she is, little low one, in play. And that is really the purpose of what they're trying to do. They're just literally trying to advance it in front of them in play. So there's a few things that I picked up on my experience caddying on DP World Tour, really getting close to the best players in the world, and understanding what the differences are. So they're just a few. If you did enjoy that video, please leave a comment down below, and maybe I can share some more kind of in-depth secrets that they do slightly different to you guys at home. So yeah, if you did enjoy, please like the video, subscribe, as it really helps me out, and we'll see you all for the next one.